I started woodworking my senior year in high school. It was when I kind of got hooked. I took a woodworking class and I built a table, and that was in 1990. And I kind of got hooked on it from there. Didn't do a lot of furniture building after that through college, but then once I graduated from college, I took some classes with a guy in Chicago, Jeff Miller, of J. Miller Handcrafted Furniture, and he's been building furniture for I think 25 or 30 years now. So I've never been a very good sketch artist. I struggle sometimes and I forget most of the principles of kind of drawing in perspective. I think better in 3 dimensions. So one of the things I did the latest project I'm working on was build a scale model, kind of a 1/5 scale model of a bench. And it actually made the process a lot easier for me in terms of visually figuring out the sizes and the spacing. It starts in many cases with rough pieces that you make angled cuts on, depending on the design. You're making, mortise and tenon joinery. These are just some big beefy tenons that'll hold the bench together. And it's just building things in stages. It's roughing things out, getting the basic shapes together, and then slowly refining that and adding details to it, finishing it, hand planing it, sanding it. All those pieces of labor are the thing that I really love. Being able to transform something that in many cases starts out as just one giant piece of wood into something that has a completely different form, but still carries a lot of the same elements of the wood and the tree that it came from. It's always one of the more magical parts of building a piece of furniture is when you go from final sanding to applying the oil finish. You really see the grain pop, and it's a pretty neat, pretty satisfying thing to see that final transformation take place. If you look at the grain direction, you kind of get like the flame right here, kind of alternating, and then you got kind of the horizontals, which were meant to be like the logs. Plus it gives kind of an interesting pattern, legs, dovetailed case, and then this wood here is called German bog oak, and it's recovered wood from bogs that basically has it's been preserved. It doesn't rot in a bog over time, and it basically gets all these little mineral deposits that kind of make their way into the outer portion of it. So this is book matched, and it basically gives the appearance of kind of an even look and feel. So that's kind of fun stuff. Plus it matched the carpet. Purple Heart is a interesting wood. It gets a little brown over time, but it has a very characteristic purple color to it. That is, there's no dye added to that as a stain or a finish, just kind of a natural oil and wax finish. So woodworking for me is a creative outlet. It's an outlet for me to make things, to have a hand in creating something tangible and real that you can touch and feel. It gives me an opportunity for a creative outlet that I don't always have in an advertising environment. I would love to think one day that everything from my tool chest that's filled with tools to the bed that I sleep on, the table that I eat on with my family is passed down for many generations. That's kind of a neat thing to think about when you're always building something. Is what does the future hold for this piece of furniture? What experiences will be shared around it? What families will be touching it and creating their own memories around it?